Imagine you build a missile whose entire purpose is to hunt radar. It follows the radar signal like a thread, riding the beam all the way back to its source. You fire it, it locks on, and then the enemy does something so simple, so obvious that it almost feels like cheating. He just turns the radar off, and your $1,000,000 missile, with nothing left to follow, flies into the ground and explodes in an empty field. Nobody hurt. Radar back on 2 minutes later. Enemy drinking tea. That is not a hypothetical. That is exactly what happened over North Vietnam. And it happened over and over again until America was forced to go back to the drawing board and completely rethink how you kill a radar that does not want to be found. This is the story of the most important cat and mouse game in the history of electronic warfare. A story about a weapon designed to blind an air defense system, and the Soviet engineers and radar operators who figured out how to beat it using nothing more than a light switch and a radio. To understand why America needed an anti-radar missile in the first place, you have to understand what it was like to fly combat missions over North Vietnam in 1965. The Soviets had supplied the North Vietnamese with their SA-2 Dvina surface-to-air missile system, the same system that had shot down Francis Gary Powers' U-2 spy plane over the USSR in 1960. These were not primitive weapons. They were radar-guided, capable of reaching 60,000 feet, and deadly accurate against anything flying at medium or high altitude. On July 24, 1965, an SA-2 shot down an American F-4C Phantom. It was the first of 110 USAF aircraft that would eventually be lost to SAMs in Southeast Asia. The White House ordered a retaliatory strike on the missile site. By the time American aircraft arrived, the SAM batteries were gone. In their place, dummy missiles, used as a trap. Anti-aircraft guns hidden nearby opened fire and shot down 4 of the attacking aircraft. The North Vietnamese had just demonstrated something important. They were not going to fight fair, and they had Soviet advisors teaching them exactly how not to. US aircraft losses were climbing. Pilots were flying into airspace defended by an integrated network of radar-guided missiles, anti-aircraft guns, and MiG fighters, all coordinated through a Soviet-designed system that American air planners had badly underestimated. Something had to change. The Air Force launched an emergency program called Wild Weasel Aircraft, specifically configured to find and destroy SAM radar sites